All right, here's a quick video for your work sample alert. The five questions that should be quick and easy to do. I've done the odd ones here for you, so you'll be able to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 pretty quick. This will also help you with your big ideas, which is assignment number 2, right below this assignment. So let's get right into it. First, I want to take a quick look at our really good image. It's also on the website. Tells us what it means to shift upwards when a c is added to the function, not inside the x, but just outside. Subtraction is down. Add c inside the function, you're going to go left. Subtract c inside the function, you're going to go to the right. Multiply the whole function by a negative, you're going to reflect in the x-axis. Multiply just the x of the function inside by a negative, and you're going to reflect in the y-axis. Stretching it is multiplying by a number greater than 1, the whole function. Shrinking it is to multiply the whole function by a number between 0 and 1, so not negative, but not bigger than 1. Shrinking it horizontally, you're going to multiply the x number by a number greater than 1. So shrink is greater on that one, so a little bit backwards. And stretching it is a number less than 1, greater than 0, but it's multiplied to the x. So that's the little chart that we're going to use to go through these. So here's how you show your work. First thing you do is you copy number 1 onto the piece of paper. Right below number 1, you follow the problem. It says translation 5 units left. So left means we're going to, inside the x, we're going to add 5. Because it says 5 left. Left means addition. So adding 5 to the x. Now, x plus 5 minus 2 can be combined. So your final function, your new g of x function, you started with f of x and you went to g of x. That new function is now x plus 3, because when you combine those two, you get a 3. Number 3, you're going to start with this function of absolute value of 3x plus 2. Absolute value looks like a v function. And then adding 4 on the outside. They want you to go 3 units down. So I rewrite the function. So on your paper, you're writing down the function. Then you're bringing it down and you're subtracting 3, because you're going to go 3 units down from this function. So you take your whole function and you subtract a 3 from it, because that makes it go down. Now you can only combine these outside numbers because we don't have anything inside. So we're just going to bring down the inside of the absolute value. Combining these two gives us a plus 1. When you get to 5 and 7, you need to use the reflection rules. So number 5, it says you want to reflect in the x-axis. Reflecting in the x-axis. So we're going to rewrite our function. So rewrite the whole thing. Reflecting in the x-axis basically means take this whole function right here, this whole 3x plus 7, and reflect it by multiplying the whole function by a negative. Means you're going to end up distributing this negative to both terms. You get a negative times a negative is positive 3x. Negative times positive is negative 7. So this was your f of x function. This will be your g of x function, and there'll be a reflection across the x-axis. That was 5. Number 7 is asking us to take this right here and reflect it in the y-axis this time. Reflecting in the x-axis, we multiplied by a negative by the whole thing. Reflecting the y-axis, just take the little x and multiply by the negative. So instead of positive x, it's negative x, and negative x times a 4 is a negative 4. So 4 times negative 1 would be a negative 4. So negative 4x is inside. The minus 6 doesn't get touched because you only multiplied by the x. So that's reflecting in the y-axis for number 7. And last but not least, we have the vertical and horizontal stretches and shrinks. And number 9, you would rewrite the equation. They want you to vertically stretch it by 4. A vertical stretch means you multiply the whole function by 4. And so you would distribute that, and you'd get your g of x is 4x plus 12.